they would come into this set, they would look at their opponent, and they would go, yes, this is, on paper, the easiest opponent that I could face. Maybe Ganji could be up there as well, on paper. I'm saying on paper. Remember, on paper. Paper. Right? I know there's going to be some people in there, but Ganji beat this person on paper. Right? Valas and Daniel are going to be really happy with this matchup, and this is their best opportunity to get something done, for sure. They don't want to go through this rigmarole next week as well and have the possibility of coming up against someone like Jordan at this stage. They feel like they should win in this circumstance. I think both of them. I think that would be fair to say. And Valas has gone for Chinese here. Daniel has gone for Britons. We're on Arabia right now. Daniel has gone for an archer range opening. When was the last USA person to qualify for an S-tier tournament? Later stages? I don't know. Maybe pre-2013 there was someone. But I can't remember. Maybe never. Spring? Maybe like before I got involved in anything. Maybe one of like the Arbalest Cups or something like that. I don't know. All right, so archer range here. Forward gold for Daniel, and he's going for the tower right here. We've got Valas with some scouts with the Chinese. I think he also went for an archer range here. He did, but he's keeping the archers back, and he's jumping in here against the villagers from Daniel. Nili is back. All right, did he give me a call? Did he give me a call?
Archer range after this one, and Dave is here.
Heyo!
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 Did you check Wikipedia today?
I did multiple times, actually.
Yes.
It's perfect. It's amazing. I love it. Not as good as Spec Dashboard, but it's getting there.
So I learned today. Okay, Spec Dashboard.
I can't believe... I thought you were trolling me. I can't believe you never used that. You must be trolling me. Oh my god. That is an insult to Happy Leaves, you not using that. That is the best tool I've ever seen for AoE 2.
Okay. I would have said small tree mod, but okay.
What? You like your tools small? You like your wood
like
small?
my tools small.
Okay. Anyway, we're getting into this one. Valas opened stable archer range, and Daniel opened tower archery range. And Daniel is looking like he might get up to the next stage faster, but whether his army back here will be discovered is the question right now. 2 archers only.
I have no idea how I didn't show the game yet. Maybe I showed it at one point, maybe I didn't. Well, goodbye viewers that were here before. Well, archers, let's see. I don't think they should find a villager kill here. It's just too close to the town center.
It's really annoying though. Like he needs gold to be thinking about going up, and those archers are right now idling 4 villagers. Daniel's going in for that, and he might actually kill a villager here on Nili. Maybe. Yep, he'll get it.
Yeah, that's very likely. A bit sloppy, honestly, on Valas' end that he allowed that one, but obviously he was using the army at the other side.
Come in here, I think. Oh, Daniel doesn't quite get the walls down, and now that army's at the back, so that's very annoying. There is a platoon of villagers chasing after that. Oh my goodness! And now Daniel is going to be very frustrated, but he does have the archers at home, and he's probably going to click up first. He had to pull all those vills off gold. The mining camp isn't in the optimal position either. He should be able to defend here, though.
I think so as well. Only 2 skirmishers. I don't think Daniel will be too scared of this fight here. Now has the hill advantage. Scout's not too scary. And I think if he just pulls the villagers a bit, pulls 2 there trying to fight, I don't think that's not even necessary. It's not even necessary. Just camp the hill, my friend.
Yeah, and he's figuring that out. The scouts are low HP. I mean, one of them is 1 shot away from death. As long as he deals with those archers, it's really not much of a threat here for this army. Just needs to make sure he doesn't lose more than like 2 more archers. I think he's fine.
Oh, villager a bit out there. Very heavily on berries here, we have to say, right? Not that typical that we see, what was that? 7 villagers on berries early on. And he loses more archers, Dave.
Yeah, this is... It's getting concerning. Just keep those 4 alive. Keep building there. Castle H times remarkably similar. Both players only on 1 archer range too. Daniel has not added in. Okay, he's adding in that second one now. And he loses another archer. It's such value from Valas here at the back.
It's just absolutely crazy, right? How
Yeah.
well Valas is performing here. Not a lot of people have him on their list of like top favorites, but others felt like, oh god, he was such a good practice partner.
Daniel had no
He-
fletching?
that makes so much sense now. Oh.
He was getting super greedy, probably trying to go to Castle Age, and then he forgot about it at some point.
Oh god, that makes so much sense now. Because we felt like this army should never be a threat, right?
Yeah.
You should always like keep the distance, dwindle away some HP, but he just had to run in one tile closer than he normally wants to.
Yeah, and that's why it makes so much. All our questions answered there. Why he didn't get value from that, and that is going to be like a typical Daniel moment. We know he's very like emotionally, he has swings back and forth, right? And that's going to be one of those moments where he's thinking to himself like, oh, I got so much value there. I didn't have fletching. Oh, I'm such an idiot. He must be leading. And now I got to Castle Age and think, wait a second, I'm leading. Okay. And then he'll see his opponent get to Castle Age and be like, oh, it's GG again. Oh, no. It's terrible.
He's certainly a person that thinks in extremes. Rushes the university in the back now. Early ballistics here, his plan. Does he feel like he needs to do major damage now?
With Britons, like getting to Castle Age at around the same time, as long as your second TC comes up at a reasonable time, I feel like you can just comfortably kind of mass, right? You're going to win the range engagements in the middle.
He's going forward siege workshop. He doesn't feel like he can get the second town center up in time. And look at all the upgrades here for Valas. He will have fully upgraded elite skirms.
Yeah, +2 armor coming in. Ooh. But, I mean, can't underestimate the Briton range, right? Can't underestimate it, especially if Daniel's micro is on point. As long as he doesn't let Valas near him. And once he gets a Mangonel to support his army, could be really, really nice for him. But Valas is going to spot that now. He already got the armor upgrade for his cavalry. So he could add in a few knights here to take care of that. And the skirms with +2 armor are going to be very, very annoying for Daniel. Now ballistics on the way.
Just feels like neither player can really afford a lot of knights. We now squeeze one in, but I feel like Daniel should be able to protect this Mangonel. Also interesting to note that Daniel delayed his ballistics quite a bit to get the Mangonel out a bit quicker.
And it looks, you know what? It doesn't look like the worst decision if you're choosing not to go for that second TC. To delay the ballistics, because did you need it before? You kind of need the Mangonel to push the skirms away and get a good position in the middle with your crossbows. So right now, things aren't looking too bad for him. And 1 second of idle TC time still for Daniel. Really impressive behind that. That's really nice, dude.
Yeah, that's so clean after all the aggression that he had in his face. Like, I could have easily like slipped up 2 full villagers there.
Ooh, nice
Solid
shot.
contact.
Nice shot. Now, do you continue with the 1 TC push? And if you continue with 1 TC push, do you add another siege workshop?
I think double siege workshop is not needed if you see that the opponent is going for a stable. You need crossbow numbers.
3 knights.
But Daniel is going. Oh, that's not a great Mangonel.
Well, that's 3 dead knights at least. Oh, he didn't even kill the Mangonel in the first try, which means the knights all die. Maybe? Alice?
Why aren't we popping with skirms? Okay.
We are now. Oh boy.
Not chasing there. That was okay for Daniel. I thought he would lose the Mangonel and lose maybe all his crossbows. Now the knights actually running into the Mangonel again? No, they are
They
not.
didn't see it. They didn't see it. It's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Mangonel. Dude, American AoE 2 fans right now must be popping off, Nili. It's going to be like 4th of July all around the world. Just the thought of an American actually being in an S tier like LAN event is so
Didn't
nice.
2 Americans already qualify today, Dave?
No, for AoE 2.
Hey, yeah. America is a continent, not a country.
You're such a loser, I swear to God.
Okay, Mangonel aggression continues. Oh, finds quite some villager picks here, and Valas can't get his siege workshop up. And now he's deep and idling quite some farms for Valas.
This is really good. This is really good pressure. How many farms is he idling there? Like 12 or something? That's crazy.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
8 villagers on food right now. Getting pushed back quite a bit. And Daniel has to be happy with all the aggression he's getting out of here. 2 town centers added behind this.
Yep.
Even if he gets cleared up, which is a big if,
He's going to
His
catch up
eco
on
lead
Eco.
should be
Or,
solid.
he is, yeah, still in the lead in Eco, even with the second TC so quickly from Valas. So, I mean, Daniel's playing really great. And this is what I think of when I think of, like, Daniel dictating the pace of a game, right? He's got Archer Mass. He's got a Mangonel or something like that. He's pressuring his opponent's base, and he's slowly adding eco behind. But the key is his army control and his military pressure, and he's doing all of that right now. Valas tried to play the more macro approach, and he's just getting killed straight up. He's just dying right now.
Yeah. Population is getting pretty brutal. He needs a house there to get his Mangonel in a bit closer, but that also gives away that the Mangonel is coming. Good ground attack there. Mangonel micros to the side, goes for the crossbows. Big shot against the skirms again.
And he kills the Mangonel. He gets some extra HP value against the skirms. This army will continue to survive for a little bit longer, but it's already... I mean, this army, thank you for your service, Daniel should say right now, because you have done so much.
Like a true American.
Yep, Medal of Honor candidates right here. And they're still going to win against the skirm? No. But he's got more Mangonels and another crossbow army coming from the front, and he's killed an archer range from Valas. He's going to kill the stable, too, which would be really helpful. And more crossbows looping around for that right side, and that villager near the mill in the top, north of Valas's base, is just so cute there, Nili.
he wins the fight at the left-hand side. He's completely surrounding that wood line. And we have an 18-minute game.
Yep.
And after that, he had such a rocky start without fletching. Just think about what this man can do with fletching.
Yep. That's kind of nuts there from Daniel. That was really, really good aggression. And Valas, I think he fell into that trap where he got the +2 armor for the skirms, and he was like, he can't pressure me. He can't pressure me with crossbows. I +2 armor with skirms. Gonna get my farm count up. And maybe a little bit of a missed opportunity not ungarrisoning those skirmishers earlier when he went out to fight the Mangonel near his stable. But other than that, I mean, just superb control from Daniel. And really, really good job guarding that one Mangonel that came in with the crossbows.
Yeah, maybe if you want to jump back to like 1320, and that's basically the key scene, right? The knights should get the Mangonel, and then we have 6 skirms inside there.
With +2 armor. Like, Daniel needs to probably run away from that army plus the knights with the other skirm army coming.
There should be nothing left from Daniel.
Yeah.
Sick.
Good escape from him, too, to get up that hill and away with some units. Really, really nice. Okay.
Yep.
Good game. America. Right?
Oh, freedom. 1-0.
Did you enjoy the sets today? ACC and Nikov was kind of wild.
It was a really good set, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude, that scene at the end of the Northern Isles game where ACCM was on the edge of his island with 30 vills waiting to transport, and Nikov was at the north edge of his island with 30 vills waiting to transport. So funny, bro.
And also only 5 pop space in those transporters.
Yeah, I know. It's so stupid. Oh, man.
So Britons for Daniel W. Chinese Valas. That was his last pick. It's an acceptable loss, I would think.
Yeah, yeah. Also, Daniel, if you think about like his style, probably Arabia is going to be his favorite type of map, right? Even on Empire Wars. And Daniel has gone for, we're on the bowl now, and Daniel has gone for Koreans. Valas has gone for Aztecs. Now, I've seen a couple of times, Slam did it against Mezzo, where he went Byzantine guard tower defense.
I joined this game. I'm using...
Spec dashboard. There's a little eye icon next to the match on the left side. See on the left where it says Valas Daniel?
Ew, nice.
There's an eye there, and then if you go over to the side there, you can see who's streaming the match, which is me and you. And then if you go over to the little check X, you can see the drafts. If you hover over, it'll have the links.
Okay. Just need to make sure to not accidentally click dark mode.
God. That makes my forehead look tanned. That's like dashboard white mode. We need the Red Bull makeup lady on that. So yeah, like I was saying, I've seen it twice. I saw Slam do a really good Byzantine defense with guard towers against the Mezzo aggression with his forward gold. And I saw Max attempt to do it, but he couldn't quite get it done. And both players here on the Bull, which is fast becoming my favorite map, by the way. This thing is beautiful.
I know. This is basically the next step from
like,
Winged, which was your
Winged,
maps
yeah.
before.
Yeah. And both players have spawned in with the forward gold, which I think will provide a really nice game. And Mezzo civs like the Aztecs are going to be pressuring that forward gold. And I wouldn't be surprised here to see Daniel go for the full walls, which he's done. Conveniently placed the walls just out of range of archers hitting his gold, or a tower hitting the back end of his gold, I believe. And then he's going to go likely into guard towers later, and it's automatic guard tower for Koreans.
Yeah, you need to get stone at the bottom, though, which is quite a task. You don't have stone at your normal base. And look at Danny. He really wanted the pawn at the bottom. Took 2 villagers plus a spearman.
Well, he can gather food
now
there,
doesn't have a lot of army.
I mean, that's going to be food income, right, from the shorefish at the bottom, too, which is really, really nice. But he's got the walls up, and he's going for that tower, and I like that. I really, really like that. Not waiting around for that tower. You need to protect the gold. That is your early survivability condition. Not win condition, but just surviving against a civ like the Aztecs. You need to secure that. We saw Capwatch wall up fully with the Berbers the last time he played here, trying to avoid the pressure from the Incas, and it's more or less the same story with the Aztecs.
2 houses left. Can you wall this one off? And Eagles squeeze through, but low HP ones. I don't think they will threaten too much.
And he has fletching this time, so.
Oh,
he's evolving.
Wasn't even his final form.
Exactly. And
fully walled.
Damn, dude. Also, this map script is just beautiful. The way it's generated with this bull image is just really pretty, in my opinion.
Yeah. Absolutely. Kudos to Cresini there. How he's making this stuff work over and over again.
He's awesome. Where'd that other villager go from Dan? Oh, it's going... Dude, it's making the migration. Someone give that man a water bottle. He just went across the entire desert there, and he's going to gate wall in. Very similar to Slam, what Slam did.
Ooh.
He walled in these little sides here so that his opponent couldn't move around and get in there for free. He had to chop through, and then he eventually went for some towers on the back end of the wood line. Actually went for houses first, just to prevent him from getting through, and then towers later.
And Daniel sends the archers in there. So, like, he can deny Valas from getting to the center for quite some time.
I wonder if they were practice partners, Daniel and Slam. It would make sense for the time zones, right?
I wouldn't comment on that.
Okay. Daniel's got a spearman sitting over on Valas's pawn too, Nili.
Yeah, I love it. Forces the opponent to go for Fire Galley first.
So good, dude. And Valas clicks up first. Valas is also really taking advantage of the fact that Daniel's fully walled. He's going to go for the shorefish at the top, only with 4 villagers, though.
Yeah, not too big of a risk, right? You feel like you want to send more, but then again, if you lose this area and you had 8 there, then your eco is completely in shambles, like we saw with Ganji earlier. Even adding town centers at the top just feels like such an exposed area, and army is basically only like 2 screens away at all times.
These archers are going to be so annoying. So Valas is really prioritizing chopping through. You can tell the way he's allocated his villagers. Daniel's doing the same thing. But Daniel's going to have these archers here, and that is going to be incredibly frustrating for Valas. And even if he tries to sneak around to get to the gold and the stone, Daniel has already put a gate on his side, and he's putting more houses on the other side.
Oh, there's no entrance.
Nope.
And we only have 3 skirms, 1 archer. Not the craziest damage output. If Daniel gets crossbow, he kind of forces Valas to go for crossbow upgrade.
Yep.
Which Valas doesn't want to do at all. He wants to build eagles exclusively.
And even if Valas gets crossbow, if Daniel sits in the right spot along that wood line, Valas can't range that. So it's really, really tough for him. But then again, he is Aztecs. He does have a lot of gold, and he's got the free fish at the top. So he still has plenty of options. And look at his resources as he hits Castle Age, Nili. Almost 700 food in the bank. there for Valas, and he's still producing eagles. So Daniel, with all this map control here, all the cute little things he's done, still has to stop the wave of siege and eagles, which is never an easy thing to do.
Would make a good argument that that is simply too much food. He doesn't need the villagers on berries right now, right? Shawfish at the top, farmers some, the fish as you mentioned. I'd rather see a third barracks and go for more eagle production.
Well, see, he's selling food right now. So he's selling food, he's buying stone, he's going to go for a tower on that wood line.
Oh, costly.
Yep. I think that might be the right play, though. He realizes he needs to get through there. Like, if he doesn't get through there, he's going to be in trouble long term. So he's going to invest at the moment. But still, it's taking momentum kind of away from his forward push as he gets Squires and Eagle Warrior
Siege
now.
workshop. Double siege workshop by Daniel. He's trying to build one at the left-hand side and one at his home base.
Oh, wow.
Thinks better of it at his forward base in the center. Maybe wants to tower there. Indeed, buys himself some more stone. Builds probably a tower out of range. Ooh, it's tricky.
I think that's a nice tower there, though. It's gonna make Valas respect the defense a little bit more, and it's forcing him over to the side. He's gonna have to get through that market, the palisade walls, the houses, stone walls that Daniel adds behind. And Mangonel is going to make things very, very difficult for Valas as well, as Daniel builds a tower of his own on the back of that wood line, Nili. It's so prepared. You love to see strats like this because you know he's practiced this so many times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that aggression. Obviously love the TC at the stone for Daniel. And it just feels like Daniel's still another tower at the top to protect his market a bit more. Could
He's got
be an
8 on
option.
stone now, too.
Also, if the market dies, you can squeeze through the berries and blacksmith there. Feels like a risky move. Oh,
Well,
and
house.
will be stopped with the house.
Or a farm. Okay, there's the house now.
I think that's open. It looks like it touches the blacksmith, but it doesn't.
Oh, yeah. He's getting
That's
bamboozled. It's fine. If eagles come through there against 2 Mangonels, it's a risky proposition.
Yeah, you probably don't want to go in there. And the
Daniel even
God
laming
tower.
the gold from Valas as well, kind of walling up behind there, but also blocking that off. Valas is on the clock. He's on the clock big time.
oh, now it's open. Only one guard tower. Next guard tower behind this one. What a beautiful defense by Daniel.
It's so
10 builds
nice,
ahead.
man. He's playing so well right now. It's not an easy push to stop. Like, you can see the amount of military here. We're only 13 minutes in the game. Granted, it is Empire Wars, but still 5 Mangonels with 4 villagers repairing and 15 eagles on the field with the +2 armor already in. This is not easy. You can see even guard tower research. The guard tower is folding pretty quick here as Daniel doesn't have enough stone for another one. He's got another guard tower coming up behind. Still 6 on stone right now and 2
Should we go
Mangonels
for
behind.
masonry? I think masonry actually helps here
Yeah,
quite a bit.
Probably does. Yep. And it only it costs food and wood, right? And you look at Daniel's food eco struggling a little bit, but I think he is going to go for more towers along the wood line on Valas's base, as Valas is now struggling to find safe wood of all things.
What a crazy map control by Daniel.
It's sick, dude.
5 villagers forward as well.
It's so sick. And he's going for another tower over on the right side. And if you just look at this from Ganji's point of view, it's like, how the hell do I get in here? Look at his fog of war right now. It's insane.
Yeah, Valas, it's like banging his head against the wall. And that's it. He doesn't even really have... Look at his minimal vision as well. He scouted like 25% of the map, if even.
Yeah, he doesn't even
He's
know he
killing
can't get
houses
in
now.
on the bottom side either.
Maybe he clicked in there. Wood is ugly.
It's funny,
Yeah,
Valas
he
is
gets
the one...
lots of...
Sorry, go ahead.
He gets a lot of control with the shawfish at the top. That's the only advantage that he has right now.
Valas is the one killing houses, but he's been housed for a million years. And Daniel's still out of 145. And Daniel is... Look what he just did. He just deleted the house, and he sent the crossbows to the north, Nili. Oh my god, bro. He's playing so well right now. That's gonna... Oh, that's gonna be brutal.
While he goes into the Mangonel fight.
Yeah.
He tries to micro there now. Tries to go 1-for-1 is perfect for him. Oh,
Nice.
that's absolutely enough.
Yep.
And now the crossbows arrive at the top. But
Good.
Valas sees it instantly. The level of those two players. If only Valas knew what a house was.
Yep. He has Town Watch, so he's able to see that. Good reaction time from Valas. Fantastic stuff. Wow. I love this map. I really love it. It's so good.
And it's like, it's so many options with so many different civs as well. Ooh, look at those pretty houses.
Little walls, but you've given him a choke point now.
Yeah, just delete them, save the builds. Pretty, very pretty move.
Daniel
Not a
doesn't
single
even get a
villager
villager. Such a great
Jesus.
reaction. Oh my god, Valas. Daniel loses another mangonel here.
Where do you build your castle if you're Daniel?
I think you can build it beside the mill of Valas, but you don't know that. You see the mill near his gold, his main gold, Valas's? Because the army from Daniel, or the army from Valas is north. So I think you could delete the palisade and build it there, but you don't know that. So Daniel's just going to go for the castle in the center area.
That sounds like a good approach to throw the game.
Yeah.
Trying to build the castle there.
Imperial Age on the way for Valas. The shorefish coming in clutch for that food eco. Holy.
Also, he saves quite some food by not building villages, right? 25 more villages being built or were built by Daniel. He needs the castle maybe more at home because the pressure is never coming from the bottom.
But he's going to have keep when he gets up to Imperial Age, which are going to be really, really tough to kill if you're Valas. You have no stone. Well, he does have stone now. He's buying stone. So he will have a castle forward.
And stone is already pretty expensive. Look at the prices. Horrible prices.
And he has to buy 100 more, Nili. Oh no, he's at 630.
Oh, that's good. Want to see. He won't build another villager for at least 1.5 minutes now. Forward castle.
Yep.
I think Daniel's castle should have been home.
Okay, Daniel.
University now. Masonry makes lots of sense. Then focus chemistry. Defend this push and you win the game if you're Daniel. If the Eagles are getting in, there is a chance that all your ecos getting idled and then at 6 has a beautiful game.
Yep. Another tower there from Dan. It's going to take a very long time for Valas to push through this right now. And there's a castle there from Daniel, and Daniel's on the way up to Imperial Age. Valas is going to need a bunch of trebs and keep his military alive and keep that push going. But Daniel, even in the top here, top left, Nili, he's got crossbows and he's walling this off. So he's just trapping him into a corner.
Sick. The map awareness.
Yeah, it's awesome. And that's what you can do when maps always generate the same way, right? Like we saw it on Fractal in RMS Cup. We're seeing it here. When they always generate in the same pattern, you can create very map-specific strategies to trap people in. So it's really, really creative. Wonder how the meta is going to develop throughout the tournament.
And Valas, it feels like he has to play in a straitjacket here. Gold also 1.4k gold left only. That's not a lot. You can't build too many traps. 3 in the queue though, to be fair. But Elite Eagles? I'm not sure if we can afford that.
And you can't even like onager cut your way out of here because there's just towers everywhere.
Yeah, plus the 500 gold is something you don't really want to invest.
What's he waiting for? Is he getting it? Is he thinking about getting it? He's building up his gold supply. He's selling food now. He gets Elite Eagle. Okay.
Okay. Same amount of gold there. Is it the same cost? 800, 500?
It might be.
Right?
Yeah.
Never thought of it that way.
I checked Wikipedia, but
doesn't have the info, I believe.
Yep.
HWiki. I don't like that we don't have masonry. And I think conscription. Actually conscription in the other castle. Okay, that makes lots of sense. Trap now for the defense. Bombard cannon, simply the most important thing right now. And he pulled so many villages to hold. I think hand cannoneers is now the next step for Daniel.
Maybe.
Food income not too pretty.
You don't really, past chemistry, you don't really need any text to make them valuable, right? Even the armor for them, ideally you're killing the eagles before they even engage, right? And the armor is free for Koreans. Never mind. Just got reminded when I looked over there. Makes perfect
What
sense.
are we getting? Masonry now.
Yep.
Still fine. Castle likely to fall.
Yeah, you needed chemistry before, and Valas' castle is going to fall. And Daniel, I mean, he's invested 1,000 stone into repairing this castle, but it's worth it. It's honestly worth it.
Absolutely. Just buys himself some time. I don't think he needs another trap. I think this is the job of the bombard cannon now to snipe the other traps. Now it's just important to get hand cannoneers out. 15 hand cannoneers and some more stone walls, and your position is getting better and better.
Block printing redemption. So he knows the bombard cannons are coming, and Daniel loses that castle, and he goes for 3 keeps behind here.
Love it. Next step would probably be arrow slits, right?
Yupsion? It's better than arrow slits, is it not?
Is Gypsyong not only adding to range? I think you want damage output rather than range. You're already facing traps anyways.
I think it looks cooler.
That's...
Also, the monks. Think about the monks coming in for bombard cannons. Could help.
Okay, yeah.
And oh, he's thinking about cutting through. He's thinking about cutting through with the trebs. Through on the wood line with the trebs. He's going to get the eagles in behind, and Daniel has to be wondering, wait a second, where did this army go? Daniel has added in some hand cannons. The pressure is no longer coming from this side. He's going to unpack the trebs. Daniel will see this, and he'll see that the trebs are working with the tower now, but it has to go through his mind like, wait a second. There's a possibility he could simply cut through the wood line here.
Valas, by the way, not a single farm, and Shorefish is running out in like 800 food. So some massive farm switch has to happen in 2 minutes, and I don't think Valas will have that in mind.
Here come the hand cannons. No bracers still for Daniel, by the way.
Okay, so towers could do a bit more damage, could have a bit more range. Monks moving forward. And Daniel, why not just 45 wall? Wall more, buy yourself time. You have to know that your late game setup with the economy has to be better. Valas is out of gold.
He should add some more farm. What are those farms from Daniel to the right of that TC? What is that?
Did maybe some run out there? I think like there were other farms that ran out. Pretty sure. Yeah. I think it might have looked better some minutes ago, Dave.
I mean, maybe. Daniel should also take all that free hunt at the bottom, but at this stage of the game, it's hard to remember that that's down there. He definitely needs to get his food eco set up so he can get upgrades, if nothing else. As Valas now makes his way over to that stone. He's got these 3 trebs alive, but there's 3 bombard cannons from Daniel, and the monks are here. The bombard cannons are there to snipe the trebs, and the towers are there to potentially snipe the monks. It's going to get really interesting.
I think first shot should probably go for the monks. If you kill the monks, then the traps are completely unprotected. Skirms are moving forward, but they won't kill towers too fast.
Look at this maneuvering. Look at all of this maneuvering. Oh, monk goes down. Okay.
Nice. What do you think about a Hussar switch? Probably nothing we can afford with 22 farms, but long term could feel like a great
Long term was
unit.
good. Yeah, long term would be good. Both war wagons getting converted, but they're sitting in that little choke point. Bomber cannons, boom!
Okay, finding some really nice kill there.
Daniel now going for a tower on the opposite end of that wood line and the outside of the bull.
Oh.
Still has the gate and the wall in the north. That's so
Easy
funny.
target for the traps, though. But
Here
yeah,
come the
buys
eagles.
himself some time. Oh, eagles. First time we could fight.
Lots of hand cannons, though. 15 hand cannons. We
He
need...
retreats?
We need
Shows his
bracer.
army and retreats?
Yeah.
Oh, I felt like that was the one time where suiciding your army and trying to make something happen could have given you a chance. Because now, like, you're not really working into a direction of a great army.
I just love how Daniel is constantly, even though he's giving up ground, he's constantly fortifying the space behind with more keeps. Like the keep on the left side to cut off that stone. He's got a keep to deny the gold if Valas cuts through that way. He's going for keeps in the north now to cut off the wood line, which should become an issue soon for Valas. Uncontested wood access. Really nice stuff, dude. Daniel is taking full advantage of this map. And there's ballistics finally. And bracer as well, as Daniel has 3 trebs behind this. Kind of waiting near his
both
farms.
of them. But what is he doing with his hand cannoneers?
Dying.
Could have lost like 6, 7 there quite easily if we had ballistics on Valas' side.
Let's go, dude. These towers are going to be so annoying for Valas now. Oh my goodness.
And then monks clearly losing in value. What are market prices? They have to be horrible, right? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Stone pretty expensive. Food still okay-ish?
40 on food now for Daniel. 40 on food. And he's going for more towers in the north, although there's an eagle there.
Maybe some quick walls. No, eagle will probably do the job there.
It's amazing that Valas is still in this game to me. Like, he's been cut off resources for so long. No, but like still at 120 pop. You can say his winning chances are very low, but he's still been pressuring Daniel with like no access to gold for so long.
That's what Daniel allows him to do, I feel, right?
Trying to give a compliment, Nili, and you're just shitting all over it.
Just trying to understand the game, Dave.
Oh, okay.
Villager could open the gate? Nope. Can Daniel actually pushes there? I think strategically defending makes more sense, but his army would have been just a bit out of position.
Look at those
He's splitting
eagles.
his army.
Trying to get in. Daniel actually went for that house wall at the last possible second, and the eagles are stuck there.
Mangonel? Oh, Bombard Cannon could help out as well. Skirms did a really good job.
Oh,
and Daniel?
Bombard Cannon's big mass here, but it's only skirms. He's dead.
Oh, Eagles at the top there. Yeah, it still doesn't really work. Valas drops below pop 100. And this was as methodical as it gets by Daniel. Defensive towers, full wall, like controlled all the choke points. The only thing that is missing, I believe, is a monastery at the bottom and get the 5 relics.
Or taking that extra hunt, but like that's such a... In a game like this, you have to focus on your win conditions, right? And I don't think those are your win conditions. Keeping them trapped in is your win condition. And Daniel's really, really stuck to the strategy here. And it's been fantastic. It's been amazing to watch as we see the Eagles come in. Monks are trying to get some conversions on the bombard cannons. We see the Mangonel taking out his own units, but taking out the Eagle numbers is important here. And he still has bombard cannons left over. Going to try and snuff the Monks now. And there's no momentum whatsoever for Valas.
Round attack continues there with a Mangonel. Didn't realize that the fight was over. At least Valas realized. And Daniel takes a 2-0 lead. Pretty strong performance. And this is like a textbook game. Like if you told me this is like a Viper doubt strategy, I would have absolutely believed you. And
or Tato or something, yeah.
I absolutely impressed by Daniel's performance in this game.
I mean, I was impressed by the slam similar strategy, but Daniel took it to another level here with Koreans. And you could tell that Valas was just kind of... I don't think he would have been surprised by the approach with Koreans, maybe surprised by the Civ pick in general, but there wasn't really much he could do. He was just banging his head against the wall the entire game.
Sick.
I think the key to this entire strategy for Daniel, though, is looping those 3 archers around to the wood line and then walling Valas in at the top and walling the side of the bull as well. Like, just keeping those archers on the wood line, forcing him to invest into that tower, not letting him through at all, and that was...
What do you do if you're Valas?
I don't know.
How do you
I honestly don't
this?
know. I don't know. It's crazy.
Maybe after you see, okay, he has the defensive tower, you send all your army in the center to not get walled in.
You loop around early to the north before he can wall you in and go for the gold, like maybe security through obscurity at the very bottom of the bowl. You have like a TC or villagers there on the gold. Maybe that's something you can do. I don't know. Typical American, though, is solving all his problems with guns.
I loved how Valas expanded to the top and completely used that showfish. right? Like 0 farms used when he was 10 minutes in imp already. Loved it.
Guns and walls, yeah.
True. Oh.
Guns and walls.
Mm.
All right. That's a great map. I look forward to seeing that again.
Impressive game. Well, if every game is like this, I hate it.
Yeah, if every game is, yeah.
In the future, people will just ban Koreans.
Or you come up with a strategy specifically against Koreans, right?
Koreans was his last pick as well. Against Aztec, pick 2.5.
Like imagine...
So really highly prioritized.
So if you're Valas there, and you don't go for any walls at the start, and you immediately send villagers forward with your eagles and your archers and everything towards that forward gold position, and get a tower down there and make it really messy, I think you have a shot. Like just immediately, if you're against Koreans. You just keep that forward gold open from Daniel.
But what should be your advantage? The opponent has armor on his archer skirm.
Eagles are your
like
advantage.
Yeah, but they can just pull 8 villagers as well. I don't think you can hold this that easily. And if you both have a tower up, the player with the archers always has the advantage.
I think as long as Aztecs keep it open, they're going to have the advantage. If Koreans keep it closed, they're going to have the advantage. So even if you're throwing a little bit at the beginning, just keeping the walls from going up, keeping the towers contested, keeping them from going up to Castle Age and getting the guard towers really quickly could be a good play. Even if it doesn't sound like the most optimal play. I feel like it could be better than just sitting there and not being able to kill the guy, you know?
Yeah, agree. Like, that's your preferred option.
Yeah.
Again, 3 on the way if you are in it as well.
Joining right now.
Okay. Yeah, it feels like Eagle Skirm can create quite some aggression.
Okay, Kawasan, and we got a more meta matchup, I would say, as we see Franks for Valas and Huns for Daniel. Now, remember on this map, we used to have people just YOLO for the berries at the middle? Like it was worth something. And now we're lucky to see even a TC there in the mid game. But players going to be focusing on the pawns here. And we see a villager with a spearman from Daniel already going over to that right pawn. So that tells me that Daniel, this is tournament Daniel right here, Nili. Not YOLOing the villager, sending a guard to keep him safe.
Valas kept his scout in his stable at the beginning. Something you rarely see, but most of the time people are just randomly sending their scout out, trying to make something happen, trying to explore, maybe get a villager pick with 2 scouts. Valas played this really defensively. Also wanted to wall in his front woodline there, and then better thought of it. And yeah, I like Daniel. Likely to get water control.
Yeah. And with Huns, easier to produce. You're spending less wood on the houses, right? You're also not getting housed all the way along, producing those fishing ships. So really, really good on hybrid maps like this as we see the scout engagement in the middle. Daniel is lacking bloodlines, so Valas will have the advantage here early. And Valas is going for the diagonal egg walls. Interesting.
Not lacking bloodlines for too long. Look at that. Double stable. Just still heavily on food here. Goes for the next berries. Villager being sent out is getting picked off here. Nice find by Valas. So will likely be 1 pawn versus 1 pawn for now. But soon, HP advantage switcheroo. Away from Franks towards Huns.
Diagonal base.
Oh.
I know. I had to squeak that in there before someone said it in my chat. They would say I stole it. Oh my god, the scout's actually getting a lot of value here from Valas. That's going to be 2 dead bills, probably 3 here from Daniel. 2 only, okay. Really nice.
Spearman around. Low HP scout still in there though, and as you can see, worker count reasonably even. Scouts now 5 at the top, and there's less protection, but lots of spearmen, but at the wrong position. Tough to wall around those villagers. On the deer, pulls them into idle status. Double gate.
Oh, dude, I switched to a different part of the map at the wrong moment there. That was a great double gate there from Valas, and Daniel now engaging against 2 spears and unable to do any damage there. Valas, really good awareness on those scouts coming in. There is no scout pressure at Daniel's base anymore, though, and Daniel kills a villager on the wood line, making it a little bit messy here for Valas, and he's got more scouts coming, Nili. Double stable production, 8 scouts on the field, 2 more in the queue. Daniel is not giving Valas any breaks here, and he's going for a dock to contest that pond in the south.
And Valas only 2 spearmen right now, all out of position there as well. Adds an archer range, but archer range won't find too much damage. Archer range now added by Daniel, and obviously with the fishing ships, his food economy is so solid.
This looks so good for Daniel. Like, usually in this position, if one player is going double stable, adding scouts, the other player should be closer to Castle Age, right? But we look at the amount of villagers on food here, and Daniel can, if he stalls out the stable production, he can catch up quite quickly.
Oh, he's committing against double spearmen, though. Questionable, but so
that.
many upgrades still winning.
Yep, double stable, so even if he loses some scouts, he's got the Bloodlines upgrade. His scouts are better, and he's going to continue killing here, and I think Valas is going to lose another game. I think Daniel's going to go up 3-0. I mean, he's got such an advantage in this one already. Spearman upgrade. Armor for the spears coming in? Really?
Yeah, we don't see that too often. Also attack earlier, and spearmen only would be a good counter to that if it wasn't for the archers arriving now as well. And one archer alone just buys so much time, harasses the wood line. It's quite annoying. Now we even get forging for Daniel. I think he will all in this in Feudal Age, and I can understand why.
I mean, your opponent's still fully open. Why not? Right? Just keep sending the scouts in here, even if he goes up to Castle Age. If he does that, he's going to stall out his military production, which means there's literally like nothing to stop your scouts from doing just this. Running in towards that wood, finding exposed villagers, still doing damage in the north or at the front of his base, and adding that second dock on the pond in the south.
Oh, and winning the fight there as well. Now the gates, not enough. Scouts squeeze out of there, and spearmen, they're just looking at fights, but the winning fights are all dictated by Daniel.
And once you get to a certain amount of scouts, like I'd love to see the armor from Daniel as well at this point. You stall out a little bit, get the extra armor for your scouts. Once you get a certain amount, you can just keep throwing them in to kill villagers and raiding him to death.
And that's what he's doing. Right-hand side, left-hand side, more archers around as well. Finds more villager kills here. It's absolutely brutal.
Wow.
Solid KD still. And military double.
And there's the armor right there. Archers coming over, and Valas now has to be careful with his spearmen, not to just YOLO them into the archers, because once the spearmen die, there's nothing to keep him safe. He's managed to stay alive here as he now invests food onto fletching, but Daniel has more fishing ships on the way. He's going to take this fight, kill everything, and this might be maybe the GG moment here. No! Spearman actually taking a good engagement. Maybe the armor is helping a lot here.
Well, negates one of the attack upgrades for sure. Not really sure why Valas is going for fire galleys at the bottom while he already sees 3 galleys against this. Think maybe the play on land might be a bit better, but maybe he feels like, okay, if I just give up 2 pawns, there's no way for me to come back.
Daniel finds his way to the woodline again. The weak scouts, but they do have forging.
Every will is full HP there.
I know, I was wondering that too.
Did he micro all the low HP ones away?
No, I think Daniel just killed all the low HP ones.
Okay.
Maybe that's a testament to Daniel's skill more than it is to Valas's here.
Let's take a look more. 4 scouts squeezing in. 2 scouts there at the front. 2 villagers at the front. Sends another one forward. Finds another villager killed. That's number 9 already. And that stable at the front won't go up. And even if Valas can somehow buy himself up to Castle Age, it will be 1 stable play.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but why did Daniel make a demo there? I don't know. He just YOLO'd it against the dock.
On the dock? Okay.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Maybe he felt, okay, the only way I can lose this is if you get a crazy demo hit, so I get mine first.
Maybe. Daniel's still running around with these 2 scouts at the back. He killed another villager. He's still stalling out this stable. Valas is on the way to Castle Age. But Daniel can just kind of stall out production if he wants to go up. And he kills another villager, Nili, and he's running in circles again.
I think we need
man.
stone walls behind this one. The
There
tower
goes
could have helped
another
as
build.
well. He gives up everything, and soon he will be sitting on like 12 villages or 15 villages on gold, 4 farms.
Yeah.
I think the scouts will just commit.
This
So
is how
3 stable production.
this is like
Market
peak
now.
Empire Wars right here. It's just full feudal production. YOLO in, and Daniel's like, listen, dude, I have bloodlines, I have the armor for my scouts. I know you need food for those knights that are going to save you, theoretically. Why don't I just sit under your TC, kill some villas out of your farms? That's fine for me. And the villager lets
after-
him a traitor.
Oh, that's a brutal. Oh, but okay. Untraded. Now low HP builds are getting focused down. Now a tower after 13 minutes of losing villagers. Valas decides to go for the tower here. 68 workers against 38, and we're still in feudal age. Scout production stopped now. Daniel won't even that far behind in castle age timing.
Okay, what did Daniel eat for breakfast today? Because I want to purchase some of whatever he had. This is like a completely different animal. This guy, he's playing incredible. Honestly.
And some people might have been really off. I asked like for predictions for a lot of people, and I even read like 4-1 Valas, 4-0
I thought Valas would be
Valas.
favored. With the amount I've seen from him recently, like,
Now I need to check what I predicted. I thought I predicted 4-2 for Daniel. Nili, 4-2 for Daniel.
okay. Damn, dude. Damn, Daniel. And like I said at the beginning of the set before you joined, like, on paper, these guys had to be looking across at their opponent and thinking, this is my best possible chance
Yeah.
to make it through to the tournament. Like, maybe Ganji would be another guy you would match up against and think, like, okay, this is a good, relatively good matchup for me. You don't want to go next week and then find yourself in a similar position, best of 7, against, like, Jordan or ACCM. You just don't, right? This is your shot, and Daniel right now is taking advantage of it. We got some knights over here from Valas.
Yeah. Dogao, MBL, right? They're
Yeah.
crazy people still in
Yeah.
the second qualifier. Yeah, and those probably Daniel and Valas. If we make a world ranking,
Yeah.
both probably not in our top 16.
No, maybe around rank 20 or something like that. Both of them.
yeah.
Really close to each other. Can I just say, Daniel's base is the most Hun base I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, really. Completely open, no walls, 3 stables, 2 archer ranges, full open gold, everything. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Love to see
I
it.
counted 6 houses, but yeah, Dave, the most Hun base of all time. Yeah.
That's Empire Wars, my friend.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they've stolen it from another civilization.
Ah. Thought Huns were more peaceful.
Oh, Rim. GG. GG from Valas. That was
Sick
incredible.
game by Daniel.
Crazy, bro.
Huns aggression there.
And like, I feel like he played it to a T. The way you should play Huns, right? Just keep the military coming. Don't stop. You don't need to stop. And I think he really showed it there on even in the pond in the south when Valas was making 1 fire galley at a time. Daniel's like, I'm not losing this. I'll just add another dock and I'll outproduce him. I'll add another stable. I'll outproduce his scouts. I'll add another archer range. I'll outproduce his archers. And I'll keep coming until he's dead.
Yeah, just such a dominance by Daniel. This is so clean, so aggressive. This like feels so much like Hera as well. Sick game.
Whew. Okay, 3-0. I mean, we had long sets earlier today, but or at least one long set.
Yeah.
4-hour set or whatever, ACCM and Nikov. But this one is looking like it's going to wrap up pretty quick at this rate, unless Valas has something to say about it.
Well, he will certainly try to. Damn, but Daniel's looking mighty strong.
Yeah. He just needs to make sure he doesn't get too nervous here, because when you're in a winning position, if anything, you get more nervous than when you're
I don't
losing.
know.
Right?
I never was in a winning position, so tough for me to know. But I heard, yeah. That happened to people.
Nili, why are you so down on yourself, man?
Because of yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Yesterday, all my troubles came down on me.
Did you get burned?
Fire burned me hard on the stick.
On the stick? Or the steak?
Isn't it getting burnt on the steak?
It's not a stick.
I thought
That's
you fry steaks.
No, it's a steak when it's a big wooden, like, it is technically, I guess you could call it a stick, but it's a steak. When you burn on the steak. Hmm. Maybe you should stick to German.
Well, but yesterday the stakes were high.
You would say that.
You would say keep your stick on the stake
Maybe.
or something like that.
Maybe. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've cast
I
together.
just searched for a game and I put in Daniel and found 4v4 only noobs.
I haven't searched a game in the
And
game
Daniel
browser.
is in there. But a different Daniel, I believe.
Clearly. The game browser never showed up for me, not since the beginning. Never, ever. So I'm super happy for the dashboard. But we're in.
Okay. We are in. Oh, Daniel, Valas.
We're playing
I click
Outcrop.
on the eye. Outcrop. Ooh, a strategic map.
Yep. Saw Outcrop yesterday, Slam playing it, and he went Saracens, lost against the Britons. Now we have Tatars for Valas, and Daniel playing as the Berbers, so 2 mobility civilizations. Which one do you favor?
I am a big fan of Berbers on this map. I like mobility, I like knights, I like camels. If the opponent goes for mass CA, I wouldn't mind seeing some Cav archers. Cav archers as well. Camel archers.
Genitors, you said?
Janet? I think they're better than I give them credit for.
I think this is like one of the matchups where they could be okay. Maybe. But it's just... as soon as your opponent adds in like a knight, it's just... it's like, no! Why did you not, gentlemen, just into cav archers, you idiots? What are you, sweat lord tryhard? Like, what are you doing adding cavalry? Maniac.
Daniel instant market against Valas archery range opening. Pushes in some deer. So Valas, what's his scouting? Hold on.
He has none.
He's fully walling.
Yep.
He has no idea.
So he's just building up archers. He's going to go FC, and Daniel's going to go FC as well.
Salter Stone. He's doing horse color before he goes to Castle Age. That's atypical.
But is it USA typical?
Okay.
I don't think my chat... I don't know. They can't handle puns today.
I thought this was fantastic.
Guys, you have no idea how much I'm enjoying myself right now. It doesn't sound like it.
Because I'm silent after every time Nili says something for 30 seconds. It doesn't sound like I'm enjoying myself.
But I'm smiling. Don't worry about it. I'm smiling, all right. Oh no. Daniel deleted the wall to let the geese in. But the scout doesn't get in. Okay.
Ooh,
Could have been
crisis
huge.
averted.
Yeah, it could have been massive, bro. There's a stable, and Daniel's making that far back from his walls there. I don't think it's going to come as to any surprise to Valas that there's a stable, but Daniel's hiding it in a sense.
Also hiding the geese at the right-hand side. Look at that. Tries to shift-click them around, and then gets them in again.
Yeah.
Why are we going second mining camp here? Is that a full night all-in? That's a
Is this gonna be
2TC
like
play.
3 stable?
Is there sneaky villager somewhere?
No. There's not. He is going to catch a glimpse of those archers, though, I think, right? He saw those archers coming across. No surprise to him. I mean, against Tatars, he's going to have to delete another wall for these geese coming in. Is there a lot of extra geese on this map? I guess there is, right? Along the edges?
I think like 5 packs of 2, something like that.
So 10?
I don't know. I don't do math on stream.
Okay.
Also, the scout is shown without any upgrades. Only now the upgrades are kicking in. So if Valas didn't check within the last 5 seconds, he might have seen a scout without a single upgrade. Give him false information. And still didn't see the 2 stables. Ooh.
I mean, you're against Berbers, right? You can't assume anything in a tournament game, but, like, you're against Berbers. You have to think he's going
It's 10, by the way.
cavalry.
It's 10, yeah. Okay.
Daniel sees that right away. He's been tracking this the entire time, although the archers are sitting there, and they do have thumb rings, so they're not going to miss many of their shots. And there's a TC in the north from Valas.
Oh. In one of the ibex, next to the gold, next to the wood. Controls the bottom as well with 1 crossbow, 2 crossbows even. So he knows how Daniel is relatively cornered.
This crossbow army is dead, though. Daniel's just waiting with the knights.
Yeah, I think we need CA. I don't think we need to see another crossbow, and indeed CA switch is now coming. And now, look at that. The scout is shown. Knows bloodlines. Knows
And Daniel's tracking the other army, too. Oh,
Nice.
that's so nice from both of them. Keeping their scouts alive, getting that extra value, as Daniel's might lose the scout here. No, pulls it away at the last second. Bear
Where are
is
you
not
going with your
interested.
crossbows? I think you want to go as far as possible to the right.
Yep.
Just pull them away. Now you're kind of guiding them to your town center. Or do you think you can save your 10 crossbows in the town center? Not completely unreasonable. And he might actually do that. Sick.
Another TC from Valas at the back as Daniel tries to take out that crossbow, the scout, and he's going to lose his scout. Daniel lost that crossbow army. Might be able to find that TC, which will give him a place to target, if nothing else, but... Have archers on the field now, and they're coming. Daniel's still only 1 TC.
Long game better for play with a better economy then. If we survive that long. Forging now. I still feel like there's no like forced pressure without a siege workshop.
Does have thumb ring, does have the TC, does have Bodkin arrow. He's made a nice little cubby hole for himself back there with the house. That's a cute play, but I don't know how much it's going to do for you as the Knights still have +2 and are still attacking that. I guess he does save some of the crossbows, only loses 1 villager there. The Knights are still idling that TC, though, and still roaming around. Very much a threat as Daniel comes now to the south. But Valas is there with crossbows.
Oh, and that's 2 crossbows. Maybe CA go there. Beautiful. I'm not sure if the CC goes up. No knights. Then he goes into the other direction. And he won't find any kills against the villagers if Valas sees that. That TC will be denied.
There's
That's
a spearman
perfect for
coming.
Valas.
Don't worry. There's a spearman.
Okay, I don't worry.
I'd start to worry a little bit now as 2 villagers go down, though. And this TC
Okay, I
is
start to
denied.
worry a little bit.
Okay. But look at the TC in the north. Knights are coming in. They're going to kill the crossbows, but Daniel doesn't commit to that. He's going to go look for an opening in Valas's base.
Ay. Didn't track the CA. He needed to see the CA.
Yep.
Maybe he thought, okay, if I go to the top, but there were too few villagers. If this TC is up for another 3 minutes, you are guaranteed to find more villager kills because then not everything fits into the town center. But this TC was so fresh that every single villager and some crossbows could fit inside. And therefore the CA didn't need to protect it.
Valas notices the Knights coming in, goes for a house wall behind that. Daniel's still chasing those cav archers, sending more villagers out to that TC. Villager count of 59 to 44 in favor of Valas. Equal eco upgrades. Of course, Berbers having faster villagers, so that counts for something.
Knights try to get in. Won't really be allowed.
And
Even
there's the siege
rewalling with
workshop.
houses there. I like it. Siege Workshop makes lots of sense there at the top. University. I think somebody could have built at home a bit more protected, a bit more defensively, not show that ballistics is on the way. Ooh, whose game is this?
I mean, Daniel still has a lot of knights, right? And all it takes is for Valas to get himself in a bad position with those cav archers, lose the mass, and then Daniel suddenly pressuring that TC. There's nothing Valas can do about it, right? The crossbows are still just kind of sitting there. But the eco for Valas looks pretty nice here, Nili. And like you said before, in a long game, the person with the superior eco is usually favored, right? So Valas coming back over with the cav archers. Is he going to see the siege workshop? He does not. Barely misses that.
Is it crazy of me to think that 2 barracks would have been better than a 3rd archer range? Like, isn't it like you always know that your economy has to be way better, right? You killed the villagers, plus you denied the town center.
Yep.
So it's very likely that the Berber tries to make something happen. And the only way Berbers can make something happen is by going mass cavalry. So you either go camels, which isn't pretty, or just pikemen.
I think it's just one of those classic situations where you're playing as Tatars and you instinctively think like their infantry isn't that good. So you don't go for it, which in hindsight doesn't really matter all that much that they missed the 2nd armor upgrade. In Castle Age, probably not, but it's in your mind, right? Infantry, bad. Archer, good with Tatars. 2 Mangonel. Daniel is waiting here. I love the fact that he's not sending 1 Mangonel at a time. He is going to show up here with a force to be reckoned with.
And soon Valas has no gold.
Yeah.
Right? There's some still at home, but this is undefendable for him. Without monks, without pikemen, without camels, without a Mangonel himself. He's CA only against soon 3 Mangonels.
Okay, Daniel, you got to go with 3, though. Okay, that mining camp is very annoying. The house is also annoying. A little bit more offensive than that mining camp as the cav archers now come into his base. With the 3 or 4 stable setup there, though, Daniel, I don't even think he needs to respond to this. Just pressure the TC. You'll force the cav archers to come to you.
Yeah. Although cav archers probably need to make something happen because you can't take the fight against this, right?
And those crossbows are going to look a lot less nice in the little cubby hole there against these Mangonels. Daniel, come on. Just push forward with the Mangonels. Where are you going?
I think it bugs out a bit. I think he clicks the town center, but he can't really get there. CA, are they jumping for the Mangonels? Oh, risky.
He gets 1.
Hill advantage.
Oh, he gets another one. Oh my God, Valas. Incredible. Honestly, incredible. He takes out 4 Mangonels here. Daniel trying to attack ground. He loses a lot of cav archers. Daniel can dive against that TC, which he's doing right now. Valas has given himself a shot, but still Daniel with the +2 knights and the camels is doing work over there under that town center.
Absolutely. CA still without bloodlines, though. That really hurts, and more armies coming over. Now the knights and camels are trying to squeeze in, and CA, they have to hug the wall. They can't really get in. Now the big switch into barracks, and I already see a big fail on barracks number 3. We will have some stuck pikemen there.
Yep. Oh, man. This is looking tough for Valas. I mean, Daniel behind this still has a decent eco, right? He's 20 villagers behind Valas, but he's got the military momentum, the map control right now, and he's still got 61 vills. So he can continue producing.
Yeah, I think Daniel's totally fine.
Yep.
CA can't really be used right now. He continues to build CA in a spot where he doesn't have proper gold income.
Daniel should explore. He knows that TC had villagers there, right?
Oh, it's open. How did the knights get in? I didn't see it.
Oh, it must have been open between those 2 houses there.
Yeah.
Oh, he killed the palisade wall and he's in. He's under the TC. The pikemen are here from 3 barracks, so it should be able to clear up the knights. That's idle time that Valas did not need, though. And Daniel's going to catch up a little bit more on villager count. He still hasn't found those vills on the gold to the north of that TC on the outside. But he's killing Villas on the wood line now, and I think you don't engage against the pikeman here. You just try and get as much eco damage as you can.
I think so as well, but they're on stand ground, chilling a bit. And well, CA were standing as well, so losses on both ends. Finally, the TC is getting killed. And Valas, really fortunate that that goal at the top is still not scouted.
Yep. Still, man, he's in a rough spot. His eco was all out of whack there. Adding in more pikemen, adding in some more cav archers, but Daniel has just been on the hunt for those cav archers the last few minutes, chasing them around with one army, and Valas is losing 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just losing them one at a time, and it's awful for him. Daniel is now going to collapse on this army from 2 different directions.
Oh, not a big fan of that. I think it's enough pikemen, and honestly, Dave, it's time for Janitors.
It might be. It might be. Another TC out there from Valas on the left side. Janitors do have the bonus damage against pikes. And, of course, they do very well against cav archers.
Overdrop left-hand side. Knights are in. And that's something Valas will never track. Oh, that's so annoying.
God.
Wow, quick
He
walls.
does! Oh, my God.
Great awareness.
Daniel's an unstoppable force right now, though. Like, even after losing those villas on the TC, the military production here from him has been absolutely insane this game.
Raids, map awareness, just the annoyance, finds so many spots and makes Valas.
He's going to see that
really
TC with the
steer.
goose. He's going to see the TC foundation with the goose, Nili. He sees it with the goose. He's got 3 knights over there, and he brings him out the goose. MVP! He's going to find the other TC, too.
1 villager dying. CA is at the front, getting pressured by the double mangonel quite a bit. 3rd mangonel in the queue. And it's just full night production. Now 3 TCs, again soon 4 TCs if that one at the bottom goes up. But it just feels like Berber is playing the dream game here.
Yeah. It kind of feels like Valas, he's gotten away against a lot of other players. He's gotten away with a more defensive style in most of his games, right? Except for that bowl matchup, which we saw Daniel go super defense there. But he's kind of been bamboozled a little bit by the sheer production in the last couple of games from Daniel. He's been unable to handle it. Daniel has been playing incredibly aggressive.
Pikeman numbers now looking really solid, 22. But fighting on the town center means they are getting shot while they actually didn't even know that the mangonels existed. CA is still trying to make something happen. Night Edition is good against the mangoes.
Still getting away with that gold on the edge of the map. Oh, man. And he's got a lot of gold, a lot of wood in the bank. He just simply doesn't have space at the moment. Daniel, still trying to pressure in. Valas still ahead on eco. And he's got the double TC set up on the side, but the knights are coming over there every once in a while to idle that. He is on stone now. Maybe he could get a castle up, and maybe he could keep producing cav archers here. Finally get up to that nice mass.
Ooh, Mangonel getting some good shots in the major fight there in the center. Pikeman still trading okay-ish there against the Knights. But now this is the spot where suddenly Daniel evens out the population. A good spot to snowball, but those Knights are really hurt.
Almost a castle for Daniel soon. Almost a castle for Daniel soon. I think you build on the TCs on the edge. In the south there. Knights are in. I mean, you don't really need it in the middle here. You keep consistently getting in here. And it's just production buildings there from Valas. I think if you put it on that stone over there, it could be really, really nice as long as you have the knights in that area or you're tracking the cav archer army.
Didn't we just have 22 pikemen?
Yep, and they got obliterated by the knights.
Sick. Simply having so many upgrades on the knights. 2-2, bloodlines. Numbers are crazy. Eco KD out of control as well.
Absolutely ridiculous. 42-8. And Valas, I mean, he's stuck with the 2 archer range production. He hasn't added any archer ranges, and now he's adding them. But the knights are coming over in that direction, Nili. And if I'm Daniel, I'm thinking, I have my knights here. He's got nothing but villas. He's got TCs over there. And I've got 650 stone. Maybe something could be done. But now he's got the pikemen coming over, so maybe you have to think about not throwing the game if you don't have the military advantage.
Okay, 650 stone. Could be ringing now. And while you were talking, I was just asking myself, like, who did Daniel lose to a Red Bull 5
That is
qualifier.
not an American castle. That is not a United States of America castle right there, okay?
Would have
That's
liked
like-
to see it a bit more aggressively as well.
That's like a Switzerland castle.
Does he think maybe Camel Archer is his future unit and he just needs to make sure that it goes up to get production?
I mean, maybe. But like...
How many stables do we have? 8 stables?
He's only
have
producing
100
at a 3, though. He did get that second gold mining up. And it's still open at the front here, Nili. And the knights get in again. I'm pretty sure these same knights, see the wounded ones here, have been through this path about 4 times prior. And they just keep coming through and then escaping through the side again.
Yeah, it just
Damn.
feels like it. Finding so many kills here. Population is still solid for Valas.
Yep.
But gets onto okayish pike numbers now. Back to
And
20.
he's pressuring the
Solid
farms a
CA.
little bit from Daniel here. Camel archers coming out now from Daniel. Only from 1 castle so far. He has nothing to deal with this. And Daniel's knight number is now down to 10. Valas up to 25 cav archers. So Daniel, he was raiding maybe a little bit too much.
Maybe full switcherino though. Oh,
And-
aggressive castle by Valas.
If he brings the cav archers from his base, he can get away with this.
No ballistics on Daniel. Not killing those villagers. Could have been 3-4 dead vills.
Oh boy, Valas now backs up a little bit. He's got so many cav archers. Could Valas take this back? Could Valas take this back? Daniel still doesn't notice the gold villagers in the north. Daniel's going to come in again with the knights looking for raids. It hasn't worked the last couple minutes, my dude.
Daniel building the castle at the top will accidentally find, or by surprise, find the gold there at the right-hand side, but will get pressured on his food eco quite a bit. Looks solid with 120 villagers. His knights not used right now.
Well, they're trying to go in again, and Valas has made double palisade there. Not 1, but 2 palisades. Doesn't want that hole to remain open for any longer.
And pikemen indeed stuck there, as predicted. It's feel too great patrolling in there.
Yeah.
Oh, the second saddest thing you will see this year.
Let me at him. Camel archers now being massed from Daniel. He does have ballistics now. He's got bodkin arrow. And if he gets 15 camel archers, could be really difficult for this cav archer mass from Valas. But then Valas always has that castle to kind of retreat back to, right?
I don't know how much I need to see to feel like that's a crazy number. Plus, the 2 castles at completely different side means it's tougher to combine. But Daniel with the castle at the left-hand side, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't think Valas, even if he brings his whole army, he can't deny that. And Valas is now going forward. Valas is going forward with villagers here, Nili, and he's bringing rams along with the pikemen and the cav archers. Daniel needs this farming eco. That's all of his food income at his base, and there's literally no army to support that. Maybe he can buy himself a defensive castle right now.
Oh, 300 stone needed.
He's going to go
Just-
towers?
Maybe felt like the income wasn't enough. But I think if you go towers, it has to be guard towers. It's behind the MTC as well, but Ram's still far away. I don't think Imp will be threatened.
He's killing vills with his camel archers at Valas' base once again. I mean, the eco KD is 67 to 16, but Valas is still almost even on villager count, and Valas still has all these cav archers. Getting up to a concerning amount of camel archers now, as Daniel is 1 minute and 20 seconds away from Imperial Age.
Uh-oh, but not a fight you want to take.
Nope.
Goes for Kasbah now. Faster castle production for all of your teammates.
So, like, Belgium and Sito and Anatov?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're not in this game, so only for himself this time.
Okay. Camel archers now raiding that gold. Does Valas have gold access here? No.
At the top got denied. Bottom
He's got no
all
gold.
denied. Ooh, so full pike light cav with skirms. Not bad with Tatars, but obviously if your opponent is working towards their ideal army composition, you will just get clapped.
Yep. And the villagers killed on the stone to the right. And now TC potentially denied in the north there from Daniel. 94%. No, that'll go up, but still. Daniel killing a lot of villagers as the skirms come out here from Valas. Valas Castle Age army against soon-to-be Imperial Age upgrades here from Daniel as Daniel starts adding in some trebs to take out that castle from Valas. And Valas still without any gold access here, Nili.
Up to 100. Raids at the top are happening. The push through the center is happening. Defending the left-hand side with skirms on a hill. You can't take that back too easily. This is tricky still.
Yeah, this is crazy, honestly. Really, really crazy stuff here as Daniel adds another TC down there. Eco Kitty is now 95 to 33. Absolutely incredible. Valas tries to YOLO for that TC in the north. Why doesn't he just go for the gold way up in the north side? Bring the Cav Archers, switch around. There's 2 castles down here from Daniel in the south.
I think Daniel just checked that with Camel Archers, though.
Yeah,
so not that easy. Oh, now the first traps are hitting. Camel Archer numbers so important for Daniel. He needs to see those rise. Really needs to make sure to micro back. Once he starts hitting units, they just evaporate.
Daniel has more Camel Archers up at the top there too. Just Daniel's attention to his win conditions in this series has been very, very impressive. And not something that we pay attention to a lot when we're talking about him specifically, right? Doesn't feel like that type of player that will pay attention to all those little things late game, but he's doing it here, and it shows that he has really put the work in and the time into practice.
Yeah. I would have categorized him one player that is probably stronger on the mechanics than on the strategic side.
But this has been a show. It's been an absolute show today.
So untrue for this set.
Yeah. Okay, he has gold access. Valas, he's at 190 pop right now, Nili.
Okay. Solid, but how do you get imp?
Yeah.
Like,
you don't,
market prices.
You just keep killing. He's got Light Cav in the queue. He's got skirmishers. The Camel Archers are so strong now, though. Just wiping up those skirms completely. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
So Camel Archers, with all their attack, 7+4, actually pretty solid there.
Daniel going for another market since his market died to those rams, which have killed a lot of buildings. By the way, those rams.
That ram, the leftover ram, actually 0 buildings killed.
Is it? Does it show raisings too?
I thought so.
No, I don't think it shows raisings. I think it only shows kills.
That's disappointing.
170 pop.
Clicking the traps and they have 6 kills. Then they probably killed 6 skirms because Dave said raisings aren't shown.
I see 0 kills on the trebs.
Oh, they need to be packed.
Different type of unit.
Roll. What? What?
I'm clicking the trebs and I see
what did I just
0 kills. 0 kills on the trebs. Almost as if Dave was right all along.
Did it reset?
Did it reset? Classic. Absolutely classic Nili moment there. Did it reset, folks? I don't know. Get your bets in the chat on whether you think it reset somewhere along the line as Daniel just takes an amazing fight here. Look at this, Nili. No armor on the skirms. They're getting chewed up.
Oh boy, absolutely crazy here. And Daniel, absolute beast mode this set. Camel Archers, the perfect switches. And now he knows, okay, I'm mainly going to face skirmishes from here on. And that's why he thinks switching into Cavaliers is his best option now.
And Valas knows that it's probably over, but he's still at 140 pop. Like, even Castle Age against Imperial, if you're at 140 pop, you gotta still give it a go, right? And he calls the GG, and that's a 4-0 for Daniel Nili. That's incredible.
That's just, yeah. I didn't think it would be that dominant. And it felt like so many games were longer than we felt it was over. Because Daniel just had such a clear game plan, and he allowed us to envision how this game is going to end very early on.
USA, USA, USA. We're going to see an American player.
US American.
A United States citizen at the Heidelberg Castle here at the main event. And Daniel is going to be competing With 15 other competitors there to try and take the title, it's going to be incredible, honestly. And if he plays like this, I think he's got a shot to make a deep run because this was very impressive to me.
I'm super impressed as well.
This is the best Daniel I've ever seen, honestly.
Yeah, agreed. And Daniel's already ready for the interview, so hop over there, Dave, and we can ask him some questions.
Okay. He says hop over there. I don't know where I'm hopping over to. Red Bull? There it is. Now I can't hear Daniel. Says he's talking, but I can't hear him.
I can't hear you if you're trying to speak.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
I
Let's go.
I was just typing, so I muted myself. So
Okay. Incredible set. We were absolutely blown away, Daniel. Going into this one against Valas, what were your expectations? What were your hopes going into the set?
honestly, I'm gonna be real here. I didn't think I was gonna qualify. Like on Friday night, I mean, of course, I thought that I participated because I think that there's a chance of qualifying, but I never thought I was gonna qualify like Friday night. And then I just played it. That was it. I just played. So didn't really have that much of an expectation coming in, but then it went okay with like the preparation and everything. Like a lot of people helped me prep. One of them here right now, Hera, thank you. And there's like Sato and like a lot of my teammates like Margu, Nikov, a lot of people. Thank you for helping me prep. And yeah.
Yeah, really nice. And it showed so much. Like, my view of you changed so much in this set because I felt like you were incredibly strong in mechanics and were lacking probably a bit in like preparation strategies. But oh boy, was I wrong. Like you performed and you had like such a clear game plan for every set or for every game.
Yeah, thank you. Well, this time I really spent a lot of time. I probably played like 15, 20 games almost every day. So then like spent a lot of time this past week just playing every day, basically. That's it. And then looking at the maps and everything. So I guess it paid off.
It absolutely did. And your start in the set was a bit shaky. Like fighting feudal age there, Britons, archers, no fletching? Like what went through your mind after you realized you didn't have fletching?
I was pretty tilted, not gonna lie. But then I was like, there's still a chance because I don't know, Magnos and crossbows, that's like my style, right? So then I was just like, yeah, let's go. Let's just brain dead it out. Magno and crossbows, whatever, send it. That's it.
And you brain deaded it out indeed. And then we had probably one of the best strategies execution wise I've seen in this whole qualifier. The bull with Koreans, your last pick. How much did you envision how this game would go? Like exactly like this, or were there more question marks?
I envisioned exactly like this. I practiced with Sato like 3 or 4 times today. This exact matchup. And it went the same like every single time when we played. So it was pretty much as expected. I knew the time. I mean, not really knew the timings, but like at least I know how. Like within like a minute, I know like his castle age time and stuff like that should not be able to kill me before my guard tower's up because as soon as I hit castle age, I have guard tower. So then like if he couldn't kill me like at that very second, then I think it's a pretty smooth start. That's it.
Okay, we were really scratching our heads. Like, what are the options for Aztecs here? How can they win a game against Koreans?
Yeah, I don't know. It looked right for that map, I guess. Thank you a lot to Sato. Like I have to credit all that to him and really helped me prep there. So thank you to him.
Nice stuff. And then Outcrop, another moment where probably some emotions went through your head after you have a nice, okay, nightmares, get some control on the map, and then you try to expand and build that town center and lose every single will.
Yeah, I knew that was bad. That was definitely like really bad. So that's why I tried to do more damage. Basically, I just tried to make the game as messy as possible because I knew that I was down 5 fills already. So I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna send it again, just because that's just the mentality. Not really mentality. That's just a strategy that you gotta have when you're just like behind. You're just gonna be like, all right, whatever. Let's try our best and just do something with the army that we have. That's it.
Nice. So now you will participate in the $200,000 tournament. Probably the biggest thing that's happened, at least in your Age of Empires career. Like, how big is this going to be personally?
Oh, this is, I mean, I'm very happy about this result. I mean, I don't think I've ever participated in such a big tournament. It's fun. I mean, I expected it to be a lot of fun. I'm happy to meet everyone. And yeah, I haven't been to Europe in like 3 or 4 years. So that'll be fun too. And also, just in general, playing AoE 2 in a castle, that feels like a experience that I can talk about for a while. Seems like
Mhm.
a pretty chill experience that I can, have and enjoy. It's fun.
Nice, nice stuff. What are you aiming for, placement wise?
Realistically speaking, top 8.
Okay, okay.
Realistically speaking, that would be an aim, and, like, if I get top 8, I'll be very, very happy, so that
Nice,
would be,
nice. I like we were such big fans of your play today. I think that is a very realistic goal, and I wish you the best of luck. I will open up to questions for anyone else here. If anyone feels like another question for Daniel, go now.
I was pretty hyped, but, I mean, I was just playing I had the plan in mind already. I mean, I knew that he was gonna pick Outcrop, right? So, and I was really just thinking, "Okay, Outcrop, I'm just gonna full wall, and then play the game from there, basically." So that, like, see what he does, and then play the game from there. So then, like, I had that in mind, so then I was just focused on doing that. I really didn't have any much not like, really didn't have anything else. I was just like, "Okay, let's get a full wall, let's not miss a random hole, and then get, like, 3 archers in, and then just GG resign right away." So, might as well focus up, ball up, that's it.
All right, man. Congrats. I'm looking forward to seeing you for the first time. It's gonna be great. You should you should invite some friends over or have a party tonight, man. This is a big accomplishment for you.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy about it. Yeah, I can't imagine that I actually did this. This is pretty insane. I mean, I said, like, on Friday, I didn't think I was gonna qualify, and then today I actually did it, so, yeah.
Congrats, Daniel.
Thank you so much, Kara. Thank you for helping me out too.
No problem. You're a
Much
beast.
appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoy. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Okay.
guys. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Daniel.